and welcome to this very brand new episode where we will discuss the connection between terror, Islam, and money. This is a very interesting scenario which, if you analyzed 2 months back, where in the first week of October, a very weird phenomena was noted in the stock exchanges of America. So let me give you a basic idea about what happened. The stocks of Israeli companies, the equity shares, is generally called as EIS. There's a basket called EIS, and which has a consolidation of all the stocks of Israeli company, and that is being sold and bought in the American stock exchanges. And what happened is that in October 5th, there was a very high rate of short selling which happened on the Israeli stocks. Short selling, unlike the normal long selling, short selling is where you sell the stock before you purchase the stock. So it's natural, we always sell at a higher price than we buy. So this phenomena of short selling happens when you have an intuition or you have a knowledge that certain stocks will go down because of certain events which will be triggered elsewhere, and hence you sell it and then you buy it because the event got triggered and the stocks fell down. You bought it at a lower price, but you happen to sell it earlier. This is a kind of things which happen in the stock market. So there are certain group of or a group of people who made a lot of money, big money, in October 5th, where they sold a huge quantum of EIS shares, that is Israeli company shares, on October 5th, and then they bought it later on after October 7th, where the stocks crashed. This is making money by pre-planned guys. But who are those pre-planned guys? For that, we will have to go a little bit under the carpet and try to find out what motivated them and why did they do all these things. And at the end, what happened? At the end, it is this normal Palestinians who is getting beaten up because Hamas did this attack and Israel is retaliating back with force. This is what is happening. Now let me take or bring your attention to a surah or a verse in the Quran. It's Surah 9 verse 29, in which Muhammad is not concerned whether the Christians and the Jews need to be part of his group, but all that he's saying is that fight these guys and subjugate them, that is Jews and Christians, and take money from them in the form of jizya tax. So it's basically mafia gang. And that is what Muhammad is concerned. But Allah is really not bothered whether, according to his philosophy, the Muslims, the Jews and the Christians should be saved. But Allah is more bothered whether these guys' monies can be put into Muhammad's pocket. So that much for his religion as of now. Friends, think about the gravity of this situation. Poor people are being butchered in Palestine, in Gaza and elsewhere. And who is making money? It is these leaders, the Hamas leaders. And come to think of it, it's not only these Palestinians who are crazy enough to offer their themselves as pawns in this great war. It's also Muslims all around the world. You go around every place, they're saying, oh, for Palestine, for Hamas, they are taking out protests and rallies. And at the end, they are not knowing that they are also playing to the field of Hamas. Hamas is the kind of guys who has made billions of dollars, not only from these kind of share transactions, but also from aid agencies and different places. They keep getting money for the development of Palestine. But have you seen what has happened to Palestine? It's just a huge slum, or maybe better than slum, but then it's a very underdeveloped place with people living in very dilapidated conditions. Think about it. All this money which Hamas is getting, the billions and billions and billions of dollars, is going where? To the pockets of their leaders like Ismail Haniyeh Khalid Masha and Yahya Sinwar. I don't know who all are getting more than that. And the rest of the money is going in tunnel building, building tunnels and buying arms. For what? For fighting against the Israelis. I mean, they can go around for years and centuries together. They cannot win a battle against the Israelites. The entire Arab nation, if they stand on one side and the simple small Israel stand on the other side, the Israel will always win. It's a matter of what is inside this. Do you know, when the blessing was given to Ishmael, he was said that you are a donkey man. You will be standing against your brethren. Basically, donkeys in my part of the world are associated with people with, poor thinking. And unfortunately, that is what these guys are up to. Had the Palestinians used all those money which they got, the billions of dollars, to develop themselves, to make Gaza Strip kind of a new Singapore of the Middle East, just think what kind of development would have happened. And I think it would have made, the whole Middle East a better place to live. But instead of that, just like how their prophet taught, fight the Jews, fight the Christians, fight the pagans, fight the polytheists, and subdue them, kill them, make money. This is a war machine running under the mafia don. And what more can I say? All that I can say is that it has the blessings of their prophet. So friends, what exactly has happened in this scenario? We see that 14 centuries back, there was this person called Muhammad who had these goons, a group of dacoits who used to intimidate people, threaten them, take their money in the name of a so-called religion or so-called God, who was never a real God. And he made this God say things according to his will and made money, made a kingdom for himself, a physical kingdom for himself, and took many wives, other men's wives, and led a life of carnal luxury. And what is Hamas doing now? These guys, the leaders of Hamas, Ismail Haniyeh, Khalid Mashal, Yahya Sinwar, and all the others, they are all multi-billionaires. And who are they making money on? It is these poor Palestinians who are within that small Gaza Strip who are kind of stuck with their lives. And this is a scam which they are running in the name of Islam, in the name of Palestine. And these stupid Palestinians, I would call them, they are stupid, to not realize that they have been duped by Hamas and the Iranians and the Qataris and all those so-called Arab brothers they have been, thinking will help them. But no, they are just pawns in the big game, and they are being pitted against the Israelites, against whom they cannot win by any means, by physical force. So the best thing which they could have done was have an amicable solution with Israel, and lived in the land, and not go and attack Israel. Every time they go and attack Israel, what happens? Israel attacks them back, takes some of their land, and occupies it, which is a natural way of life. So what is happening? Go back to the Gaza map which we see now. In that small strip of Gaza, Israel has occupied almost 30 to 40%. And the reason is this attack which happened on October 7th. And if I'm in the place of Benjamin Netanyahu, I would not give it to him, give it back. The reason is that the moment I give it back, you guys will again start attacking back. The better way for people like the Palestinians who do not think for themselves is being controlled. So what better control than it is better that they get controlled by the Israelites rather than the Hamas fellows. Don't you think so? Let people use their common sense. We want peace in Middle East, but that's not happening because the biblical prophecies is hinting at something different, and I will come back in the next episode to prove that the spirit which is in Hamas will play towards the end of time. And till we meet again, may the good Lord bless you and keep you. Bye.